Let's see. The A's are leading the West. The White Sox and Royals are contending for the Central Division, and I believe that'll come down to the last series this year. And the New York Yankees are leading the East. Damn it.
I mean, who really saw the Yankees not leading the AL East?
Me.
As you family say, who cares?
I'll yell at him later. Let's go.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Don't ask. Oh, yeah!
Let's go, baby! Yeah!
And somewhere in this American League, Blue Jay fans are crying foul. Good morning. And welcome to the Taco Tuesday Napoleon Returns edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. This first hour, of course, is powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. And I'm out of fuel, so get some coffee and get a discount. And already the chat is lit up thanks to Ryan McCarthy, who will join us later. Lily Bolden is the first one to crack the seal. McCarthy comes next saying, good morning, Snow Crew. And I mentioned something about the Blue Jays and McCarthy's response, because the Blue Jays might be frauds. There's a long way to go. And then what I said from Napoleon just a moment ago, Blue Jay fans are crying foul.
I couldn't help it.
You know what? Spurs fans are crying foul. Royals fans are crying foul. Different reason. And McCarthy finishes off the chat for now saying, let him cry, Napoleon. Okay. In honor of John Sterling, we're going to open with a little baseball talk. And you see the fellow here dressed in Oakland Athletics gear. And yes, Oakland Athletics, because I'm old and I'm old school. The A's are the only team in the American League West with a 500 record or better. What?
And what's even weirder, I look at the run differentials for these guys. The A's were outscored by 10 runs in total. Yet somehow they're the ones leading the West?
I don't.
The West is upside down.
The West is upside down.
I hold the
stereo.
The West is upside down.
Get out of my head, man.
I mean, come on. It's true. How do you look at a team that has been outscored by 10 and they're the ones they're leading and they're the only team with a record over 500.
Second
500. Mariners are 2 games back and they're the only ones with a positive win differential.
Well, let me explain it like this. You're one of, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You're one of 5 teams in the AL that are over 500.
That are over 500.
Guardians, Tigers, Yankees, and Rays. Everybody else in the AL
under 500.
Under 500.
And it ain't the guard. And forgive my old schoolness to my on-screen son droid. It ain't the Guardians. It's the Indians.
It's the Indians.
I know it's the Indians, but
it's the engine. Yeah, you're right. It's the engines. I'm calling it like it. Look,
because the 4-letter network will forever be in front of us unless we call it like it is. It's the
Bring back Chief Wahoo.
Hey, listen, the 4-letter network will not forever be in front of us. Not if I got something to say about it.
But
I need to make an apology to the folks that were looking forward to the premiere of Monday Night Baseball. We ran into a lot of scuff last night. And I want to thank the fans that reached out to me after I signed off. They're looking forward to the premiere of SMSN, which will be tonight. Game 2, the Minnesota Wild and the Colorado Avalanche. 8 p.m. is your face-off time, probably 8:05. So we'll be on air at 7:35 with the SMSN pregame show.
Why you got to do it on the day that I work? Huh?
Excuse me?
Why you got to do it on the day I work?
Because it's there.
I think Droid is trying to cry foul.
Yeah, foul. I wanted to call a game with you a couple nights ago. I wanted to call the game 7.
Listen, I didn't get your message until 4 a.m. Why? Because the wife came home. She jumped in bed. She passed out, and then I passed out. I signed off. I didn't get your message, like I said, until 4 a.m. Because as soon as she walked in the door and I saw how exhausted she was, I turned this thing off, closed up shop, and I passed out.
Listen, so I don't know what was going on. What was in the food of Michael Waka and the Kansas City Royals against the Guardians? But where was this at the beginning? Where was this against the Athletics?
Well, the Athletics ate it.
We've won 4 straight.
Mm-hmm.
After getting dogged by the Athletics 6-3 and 5-2.
Listen, the Athletics are a mystery team. Yes, they're leading the West. Yes, they're one of 5 teams in the American League with a record above 500.
I believe they also have the shortest outfield wall in the entirety of the MLB
yes,
right now.
They do. Yes, they do. Man, why could I'll get in. My thoughts about Waka. Yep. That's usually my joke, but Droid made it for me. That's why he's my son. That's why he's my on-screen son, folks. Now I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna make both these guys turn upside down. How hot are the White Sox right now?
They're pretty hot. I mean, I can't really say much because I got to be hating. You know, I'm a Royals fan. It's in my blood to hate the White Sox.
I'm happy that we went to Kauffman Stadium and gained a split because for 2 games, we didn't put up a single run against you guys.
I'm not.
Why?
We're supposed to be sweeping a team like y'all.
Supposed
on paper, we're the best team in the AL Central, but on paper means nothing when we can't score runs.
You know what's weird? The first game, and I had a fear of the first game of how it should have, in my mind, turned out. Because when we did our predictions early in the year, I did not see this coming for the White Sox. I've got to totally admit that. I did not see this coming. And we gained a split in Kansas City. The first 3 games of the series were all 2-0. 1 for the White Sox and 2 for the Royals. And then the White Sox won the last game of the series and we gained a split. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think that series sent us on our way. The series that people should look at when it comes to the White Sox is the series when we played the Toronto Blue Jays. The defending American League champions in our house. That was our opening series at U.S. Cellular Field, or New Comiskey Park, as I like to say, and we swept them. 2 of those games were walk-off wins.
The thing I find crazy about the Royals is that if you were to say this team a few months ago was a team, you would have been like, "Are you sure that's not an all-star team?"
You sure about that?
Bobby Witt Jr.
You sure about that?
Miguel Garcia, Michael Walker, Chris Bubich, Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Caglione.
All I got to say,
all of them are star players, and yet we still can't win a game to save our lives.
I think George is trying to say
the utter blasphemy.
The utter blasphemy.
That
we can't win a game.
Royal. Meanwhile, still in the Central Division, I know the standard supposedly is Cleveland and Detroit, but y'all better watch out for the White Sox. They can play. They are hot right now. They have won.
I'm not watching out for nothing.
Shut up, Droid.
And look, I'm taking it. I'm taking it and running with it. If it happens that we fall off a cliff before the All-Star break, then so be it. But I like how this team is.
White Sox.
Shut up, Droid.
Like how this, shut up, Droid. Or make you go sit in the corner. I like how this team, win yourself. But in all seriousness, I like how this team is coming together. Munetaka Murakami. Wow. And the Yankees wanted to sign him, but the White Sox got it first.
Here's and by the way, crazy about that player. So if y'all remember that clip in the World Baseball Classic, people said, quote, what the is this? He's giving him his dead zones when Ohtani was giving him pointers.
Yep.
And sure enough, high fly ball deep to right field. Murakami is out of here.
Yep. He now is tied for the American League lead in home runs with 14 with, of all people, Aaron Judge. Let me say that again. Munetaka Murakami is tied for the American League lead in home runs with the one and only Aaron Judge. I smell home run derby with those two.
Oh, is that what that smell was?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not barbecue? I'm smelling barbecue.
Well, that's you. You're around nothing but barbecue.
Speaking of, sipping on my Dickies barbecue pit cup.
Of course. Of course. What other team to y'all has been a surprise in the majors?
The Cardinals.
Yes.
Last year they were near dead last in the NL Central, and then all of a sudden they're second, only 2 games behind the Cubs.
See, I'm gonna cuss.
I will not cuss. I will not cuss.
Oh yeah, the Chicago sucks.
Look, I don't want to admit aloud that the Cubs are in first place in the National League Central because I really don't care. But dadgummit.
I think another team that's kind of been a surprise. How are the Nationals second in the NL East?
Because the Nationals can play baseball.
Dude, the last time they played baseball was when they won the World Series.
In 2019, I know.
And that was such a weird year. Can we talk about how much of a weird year 2019 was?
In the immortal words of one Charlie Slows, who's the radio voice of the Washington Nationals, remember where you are, so you remember where you were on October 30th, 2019, when the Washington Nationals finished the fight. Because remember, they started that year with a 19-31 record.
So let me get this straight. In 2019, the Nationals won the World Series, the Raptors won the NBA championship, and the Blues were Stanley Cup champions. All were underdogs. All were near dead last in their respective conferences.
And I believe all 3 clinched Game 7 on the road. I believe that to be true.
Ooh, McCarthy's got a good one. The New York Mets, the worst team that money can buy.
Well, yeah. Actually, I need to make a correction.
In the NL East, 13-22 record.
I got to make a correction. All 3 teams did clinch on the road, but all did not play a Game 7. The Raptors clinched Game 6 on the road in Oakland?
3.5. So the runs per game for the Mets right now is 3.5, and then runs. I believe it's RPGA. I don't know what that stands for. I'm a casual when it comes to baseball. 4.3. I believe that's runs against.
Yep, that is runs against. By the way,
in the NL Central, however, every team's above 500, as 500, McCarthy says,
including the Pirates,
including the Pittsburgh Pirates,
including the Pittsburgh Pirates. By the way, Napoleon's here, and I got a present for him, and it sounds like this.
Take your face off. It makes you look like a stinky bitch.
You want to know how the Rockies are playing right now?
Do we really?
There is one word to sum up the way the Rockies play. Trash.
I think Snowman caught what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I know.
Cause ain't nobody calling me, texting me,
delete,
which is
delete, asking me, are the Rockies still trash?
We're going to a break. We need it. Coming up next after the break, we will have a fun conversation with Ryan McCarthy, aka Coffee with McCarthy, and then later on, the international supervillain, absolutely. And then after that, that'll take us to the top of the hour. And then when we come back, we'll talk more baseball. We'll talk NBA playoffs. The Wolves score an upset, and the Sixers are the Sixers. We'll talk about all that when y'all get back.
Here he is, back in the shotgun. Takes a snap, steps back, throws to Jesus Christ.
Wrong button, boss.
We're back.
Wrong button.
The Mets are falling down. The Mets are falling down. Hi, the Mets are falling down. We'll go to a break. This is Snowman in the Morning.
Back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. hosted by Brian Snow. Each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sartoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sartoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. because we take this job so serious.
Nacho fry. Would you like a nacho fry? Would you like a nacho fry?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
28 after the hour, and boy, oh boy, we got stuff going on here. Sorry it took so long. Was trying to queue up the interview I did with McCarthy and then discovered a major problem. My camera didn't show up.
Oh no.
You see, and I examined it this morning and it was okay. So I thought, so I examined it again during the break because I was going to queue that up through OBS and then run it the same way I did last week.
Breathe, boss.
I'm breathing. I'm breathing.
Technology always finds ways to fail us.
See, me for 30, almost 31, and I'm going to make this a funny story just to fill the time here. For 31 years, almost 31 years, it'll be 31 years in September, me and technology have always had a fight somewhere. You guys have been a witness to it lately in the past 3 years. All the fights I've had with technology, from getting ready to go on air and the radio box goes dead, from me getting ready to go on air in Kansas City and my microphone falls apart.
You want to know the worst broadcasting blooper I ever had?
What happened?
So it was while I was calling a Wichita Thunder Iowa Heartlanders game.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first actual experience with color commentating.
Yeah.
And we went to break.
Oh no.
And this one forgot to make sure his microphone was muted.
Oh no.
So I started talking over the commercials, and production was like, "Your mic is on, your mic is on, your mic is on." I was like, "What?"
Well, at least you didn't accidentally say a slur with the hot mic, huh?
Well, here's the thing.
You didn't go.
I'm gonna make it very clear.
Full
I watch what I say when I'm on the air. So like I have a switch. A lot of people have this switch.
Yep.
Ryan,
yep.
He swears like a sailor, Napoleon. Like I've known this man for 3 years. This man swears like a sailor.
Listen,
so imagine my surprise when I hear him on the air for the first time, and he doesn't say a single cuss.
I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear.
Joy, there's an addendum to that. If you only knew how many notepads, notebooks, legal pads I've gone through metaphorically, and writing that very phrase that Napoleon was chanting. I turned it into a bumper. I still have it. I got to activate it again. But that's why my wife, Jody, put a note up here above my desk here in my office. Go national, which we have done, and rule no swearing, which I've sometimes broken, and you all have heard me break that rule.
Mm-hmm.
So
especially when there's an idiotic bronzexual involved.
Oh dear God.
But
dear God.
We finished out the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Production pulls me aside and said, "Did you know your mic was on?" And I said, "Honestly, no, the light was off." Found out there was a fault with the box that our microphones were plugged into. So it showed that my mic wasn't on, but in reality, my mic was on. So I asked them, "Am I in trouble for this?" They said, "Technically, you should be, but because it was equipment fault and not your fault, you're good." I was like, "Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm not getting fired." I got fired the next day.
Wow.
Dang, man.
Production said I wasn't fired, but then the
boss,
actual team, the actual boss who heard everything said, "I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to let you go." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "You had a hot mic." And I said, Listen, I'm in because this is during 2020. This is playoff time. I'm still young. I think I was so 2020. I was still in high school. I was 18.
You were 18, yeah.
So this is my first broadcasting experience, and the thing is, in 2020, this is the playoffs, and our booth, is in the concourse, so fans can walk by and interact with us.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a funny one. Well, I was working for PSI Radio back in Chicago. They decided to go full simulcast, which I had been begging them to do, and they brought camera equipment along with the radio equipment. And Damien, you're right. I'm having more problems with technology than dog having problems staying off Alarm Island. Yes, I will take that. I will take that with every drop of barbecue sauce ever. I'll take that.
Don't talk about food.
I'm sorry.
No. You know what you should be doing, especially since 1 is Taco Tuesday and 2 is Cinco de Mayo. You should be talking about taking it with salsa.
Orale.
Considering I'm going to have salsa a little bit later before my hockey game tonight. McCarthy says, speaking of Kelly Cup playoffs, Adirondack versus Maine, Game 6 tonight, 7 p.m. If the Thunder win, ouch. I just bumped my hand on the desk.
trying to click
Game
7.
Game 7.
The legend of Cole Johnson lives. Okay. 2006, I was working at PSI Radio in Chicago. They decided to go full simulcast and break out the video camera.
I was 3 years old.
It was a high school tournament, the Proviso West tournament, and anybody listening from Chicago knows how popular that tournament is. Well, my broadcast partner, who was 21, Big Boss said, "You're calling the bulk of the games because we need an experienced voice." I can dig that. My partner was so excited, and I can feel his excitement. And I wanted to get excited with him because we're both calling games. And I said, I can't do it. I got to mentor this kid. Well, we get to the third game of the first session. It's gone to double overtime. Team leading has the ball, and they're just standing at midcourt. And my partner, bless his heart, wanted to say they are going to make sure that they eat clock with each possession.
Oh, no.
I don't have to tell you the rest of that sentence.
I already know where it's going, too.
Eat what?
When he said the blooper, which I will not repeat, I fell out laughing. Now, remember, this game's in double overtime. The team that held the ball,
everybody's tired. Everybody wants to just go home.
Exhausted. I mean, first session, we started at 8 o'clock in the morning. First game actually was 10 a.m. We were exhausted after just the first 3 games. Because remember, I'm sitting in the chair doing the play-by-play call for all 3 games. And Bill told me to do it simulcast style, which to me said Jim Durman, Johnny Kerr for Sports Vision. I said, I can handle that. We were exhausted. And the poor kid, bless his heart, said that, and I fell out laughing. The kid was totally embarrassed, which I can understand. I've been there. And when I see him later, he's crying. I walk up to him and I put my arm around him and I said, "Why are you crying, kiddo?" He said, "Because of what I said on the air." I look at him and I said, "I've been at this 20 years. Do you know how many times I've flubbed and fumbled words?"
Oh, you almost said it.
I know. I said, "You know how many times I've flubbed?"
Hey.
Shut up, droid.
And thank you, Pizzle, for that. I put my arm around him and I consoled him and I said, "You know how many times I've flubbed up words in 20 years?" And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." And I told him a few stories where I did mess up a lot of times. And he said, so you've done this too, and you've been there? I'm like, dude, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burnt the SOB when I got done with it. Bill comes back in the backstage area where we were having lunch, and he consoles the kid. He says, you're all right? He said, yeah, I'm fine now. He was telling me how he had bloopers on the air. I said, yeah, I did it on radio. Does that tell you something? Kid's cracking up. So bless his heart. Bless his heart when he flubbed up a sentence, and given given what was going on, it was a double overtime game. I knew what he wanted to say because we had talked about it during a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
And he flubbed it, and I felt so bad. I was laughing, but I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
He wound up being
I lied. That wasn't my worst moment.
He wound up being my partner for the remainder of the tournament, and we were the A team. And he said, you guys are going to ride this all the way through the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the championship. I said, cool. I get a chance to teach the kid. Cool. He was so excited. And I pulled him aside and I said, you remind me of me when I got started. He said, you were this excited? I said, man, every time I get a chance to put the headset on, I'm jumping up and down like a 10-year-old. Yeah, we had record numbers for those broadcasts at Proviso West. Now, what was your worst moment?
Oh, Lord. High school.
Uh-oh.
High basketball specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Turner versus Bayshore Linwood.
Okay.
Called the game. And I'm from Shawnee Heights, right? So I don't like any of these schools that I'm calling.
Wow.
The alumni and the alumni in my head is like, why are you calling this?
Because it's your job, son.
I wasn't getting paid to do it. It was
I
was 17, so they can't pay me, so it's all voluntary.
That was me in 1989. I get it.
I get it. And one of the kids recognizes me from a crowd from when he played football, and I was like, no, you don't. And he asked for an interview. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll give you an interview.
Yeah.
Whatever. He was a star player. He was a two-star athlete, one of the few guys in the state that had stars.
Right. Right.
So I gave him his interview, and so I asked him, what was the worst comeback you ever had to do?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, I had to come back against your T-Birds. And I was like, oh, okay. So I terminated the interview on the spot. And he's like, why'd you do that? And I said, because you can't say that. And he said, well, I can't talk about your T-Birds. I said, no, you can't say the word she. He was like, oh. And I hear immediately in my headset, this broadcast is sponsored by, so I knew immediately production went to break. I called that game. He dropped 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
He came over and apologized after. I was like, you're good, dude. It was funny to me, but production doesn't think it's so funny.
And here's one of mine. I had a doubleheader with Marquette Catholic High School. And I didn't realize until that Saturday that it was a split doubleheader. The boys were going down to Fort Wayne. The girls were playing at home in Michigan City at Marquette. And Tony Midas, who was the athletic director at the time, and my boss, said, I'll understand if you can't make both games because the girls have the better record. I said, I want to do both games, but I have one condition. He says, what's that? Let me ride with the boys to and from Fort Wayne. Talk with the basketball coach, and Donovan Garlett said, bring it on. I'm like, cool.
Fort Wayne is such a weird place.
It is, man. It is. I've only been there 3 times in my life. So Donovan Garlett says, okay, the kids sign off on it. The principal is like, man, look, Snowman's been riding with us for 3 years. Let him go down to Fort Wayne. Went down to Fort Wayne, did the game, had a complete voice. I was fine. And then the ride back to Michigan City happened. I texted Tony and I said, I'll pick up the game in progress. I already know where I'm going, what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do and things like that. And he said, you have a full 40 minutes. So that's all I need to know, because the team that the girls were playing was late getting to the arena. So I said, all right, I got a full 40 minutes. Bus driver drops me off. The boys come off. I come off. Coaches come off, and I look it up and I see, and I got 20 minutes. I raced up to my perch, got the equipment set up, and remember, I had a full voice, talking to everybody. And then I hit the button to go live, and I sound like this.
Oh no!
Just, hey, how you doing?
I had a full case. Exactly. I had a full-on case of laryngitis when I hit the air for the girls' game. Tony comes flying up to me at my perch, and he said, if you want to go home, I'm like, no, I'm here. I'm finishing this. The parents are hearing me, and one of the parents raced out of the arena, came back with a cup this size of hot tea. And I'm sitting there going, what? Like, we heard you on the air. We heard you do the boys' game. Figured you'd need this. Marquette Catholic took care of me for 3.5 years. And the sweetest thing that ever happened was with the girls' team. Called a game before Christmas 2015. They were playing the number 5 team in the state. Did the game, no problem. I'm getting ready to pack up and leave, and the whole team comes up, and they brought me a Christmas card, which had 2 Starbucks gift cards in there.
For how much each?
$50.
$100.
I got $100 in gift cards from Starbucks.
And knowing you're caffeine addicted,
dude, when they gave me that card, it not only had thank you, Napoleon. It not only had, just a moment, it not only had the gift cards in there, it had every single catchphrase and nickname that I came up with. There was a young lady on the team named Morgan Crook, who was one of the starting guards. Opening night, I recapped the lineup, and for some god-awful crazy reason, we were on the road. I said, and to complete the starting lineup is Morgan, I am not a crook. Her mom heard that and started laughing. Dad heard that, and he started laughing. The parents in front of me are all cracking up. And it stuck. Because when she signed her name, she signed it, Morgan, I am not a crook.
Lord.
And in fact, all 3 of the starting guards, Emery Joseph, Morgan Crook, and Mackenzie Maravich, I dubbed them the Smurf Attack. That's how they signed the card. They all signed their names with their nicknames, and they put a sentence in there, we are the Smurf Attack.
Listen, Brian, when you've been doing broadcasting as long as you have, you hear interesting things.
Oh, God, yes.
So I ask you, sir, what is the worst name you've ever had to say on the air?
Ryan.
Mr. Brian Snow. What is the absolute worst name you've ever had to call?
The absolute worst name that I had to call is also the funniest name that I had to call. Now, this is a two-parter. In 2007, there was a kid named Ryan Sample. Keep that last name in mind. It's a kid named Ryan Sample, and he was playing baseball and knocking the blank out of the ball. He wound up being MVP of the travel ball tournament that I was calling. His mom came up to me and said, I got a funny story for you. And immediately my spider senses went haywire.
The snow senses are tingling.
They forget tingling. They were going nuts when she said that. And grandma comes over and says, don't tell him. He'll run with it. Don't tell him. So she comes over and she starts telling me how she met her husband and everything while Ryan is batting, by the way. And I'm thinking, okay, where's the shoe? Where's the shoe going to drop? Then she said
over there.
Then she said this sentence. And to do it right and to do it the way it's supposed to be done, Ryan Sample's mom said, quote, because my maiden name was Seaman. Close quote. I was under the table for 10 minutes laughing.
And let me guess. You just dying of laughter.
I am on the ground for 10 minutes.
So the whole at bat plus some.
Napoleon, you did the right thing. Now get back here so you can hear the rest of this. You need to get back here so you can hear the rest of this. And as his mom was telling me my maiden name was Seaman, this kid's leaving the ballpark with his second home run of the day. Victor comes flying over, thought I was hurt. And he said, are you all right? I said, I'm fine. I'll tell you what I heard when we get home, because Victor was living with me at the time. 6 years later, keep that last name, Ryan Sample. 6 years later, I'm doing research because I was with Trinity International at the time in Deerfield, Illinois. I'm doing research for a game that we were going to play against Olivet Nazarene. I get their lineup, I get their depth chart, and I look at Olivet Nazarene's quarterback, and it was none other than Ryan Sample.
Oh, man.
I called Victor. I said, Victor, you ain't going to believe this ish. He said, what's that? I'm doing research for this weekend's game with Olivet Nazarene and TIU. Yeah. You want to know the quarterback's name for Olivet Nazarene? Yeah. What? Ryan? Does the name Ryan Sample mean anything to you? Victor hung up. Called me back and he said, excuse me, could you say that name again? I said, the quarterback's name is Ryan Sample. He hung up again, called me back, and he goes, is that the same Ryan Sample? That's the same. Seaman Sample. And then Victor says to me, you know you love headlines on Jay Leno. Yes. He says, what if that headline beat you to it? She told me it made the headlines on Jay Leno. And if I have time today, I will play it for you. He said, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. I said, I'm not kidding. So I get to TIU, I climb into the booth, and I'm getting ready, and I'm laughing the whole time. One of the interns says, why are you laughing? I says, the quarterback for Olivet Nazarene's name is Ryan Sample. So what's wrong with that? I told him the story, and he couldn't stop laughing. And then one of the other interns asked me a very important question. She said, how are you going to get through this entire game without laughing every time you call Ryan Sample's name. I turned and looked at her and I said, sweetheart, I do not know.
Simple answer, you don't.
Well, I had wondered how many times am I going to have to say Sample back to pass? You know, he threw the ball 51 times in that game.
That's bonkers.
Damian,
Ryan Sample. Right. I don't know how I maintained control because doggone it, I wanted to laugh.
I would have.
Ryan Sample dropped back 51 times.
I'm sorry, but anytime I hear drops back, I just can't help but think of the Deeds clip. Throws to Jesus Christ.
Exactly. You heard me, Pizzle. In that game in 2013, Ryan Sample dropped back to throw 51 times. And every time, I can honestly tell y'all, every time I said Sample takes a snap and back to pass, my insides were gone. Because I wanted to laugh my head off. Knowing what I knew at the time. So I climbed down I get through the game. I climbed down out of the booth and said, thank the Lord. And I immediately went to find Ryan. I found him. He remembered me. He gave me a big hug. Bless that kid. And I said, Ryan, I have one important question. What's that? Where's your mother? Oh, she's on a doctoral trip in St. Louis. Dadgummit. His dad came up to me.
Oh, dear Lord.
And he said he wanted to shake. He wasn't at the baseball tournament, but he wanted to shake my hand. And of course, he knows the story. Wife told him. I said, sir, you have caused me a lot of grief and a lot of laughter. He's gone. He's cracking up. And he said, I assume my wife told you that. Yes. She told me the story. Ryan, talking to his teammates, heard the exchange with me and his dad, and he falls out. So his dad had a laughing fit. Ryan had a laughing fit. I had two laughing fits and laughed all the way home for the whole time I couldn't laugh in the booth. You know, that game went 3.5 hours. It was a high-scoring game. It went 3.5 hours, and somehow I did not crack up once during the broadcast when mentioning the name Ryan Sample, when all I wanted to do was laugh. And some people are thinking, the utter blasphemy. If y'all only knew. Clark Goodlow, you're right, man. Double entendre everywhere with it. Listen, when his mom told me the story and I fell out laughing, do you know how many jokes I had in my head at that time? Hundreds.
That's a lot of nuts.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Like I said, some people straight-laced are thinking, the utter blasphemy. That's one of the worst / craziest names I've ever had to call on the air. Just imagining Ryan Sample dropping back 51 times and I couldn't laugh once. Matter of fact, producer, director, statistician, all in the booth, coming up to me saying, keep it together. Ryan's thrown 20 times. Keep it together. I'm like, I already know this. I even mentioned that he in the final stats, he threw the ball 51 times, and somehow I still kept it together. I don't know. I don't know how I did that. We're going to share more broadcast stories. And then we are going to do what we did yesterday, and that's honor John Sterling. And speaking of Mr. Sterling, remember this.
It's 4-for-11 lifetime against Trombley. The Yankees are a base hit from getting very close to tying this game. A little old single. The pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It's a grand slam. Jason Giambi hits the bottom of the 14th. 1 out. Walk-off. Grand slam. And one of the best games you'll ever see. The Yankees rise from the dead in the bottom of the 14th and win the game 13-12. The Giambino, his proudest moment as a Yankee. They mob him at home plate in one of the wildest finishes you'll ever see. And by the way, ball game over. Yankees win. Ah! Yankees win.
Win.
Mood it.
No, I'm not.
For a little bit, you were.
So he's the one that coined the term, the Yankees win.
That's him.
And also,
That's who the Blue Jays were mocking.
The A's fan in me hated every moment that Giambi went to the pinstripes.
Well, yeah.
Literally every home game, whenever Giambi would come up to bat while wearing the Yankee pinstripes, nothing but boos. There was no welcoming Giambi back when he came in those pinstripes.
John Sterling was such a legend. As I mentioned, we'll pay homage to him. Also, after the break, we're going to have a little power play because the Vegas Golden Knights beat the Anaheim Ducks last night. Was it a close game? Yep. Was it a physical game? Yep. Who won? Vegas.
What am I doing again?
You heard what I said.
Nah.
Don't you nah me. The idea. Shut up. The ID and George Power Play and more on the second half of Snowman in the Morning. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green. And the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
703, we know you in ID, broadcasting in your region, across this nation, and around the world. This is Snowman Multimedia, the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network, WJKS in Indianapolis, Indiana, WIRU and WBWS in Chicago, WHDR in Durham, North Carolina, and KJBS in Phoenix, Arizona. This is Snowman in the Morning.
The utter blasphemy.
Take your face off. It makes you look like a stinky bitch. Lovely to see you, lovely. Skill issue, Callie, soundboy.
Ball goes Benton, Caleb Williams.
This is filth.
Boat goes Benton, Genevieve Yoso.
Justice will be swift. Justice will be painful. It will be delicious.
There you go.
You ain't right, man.
Why am I not right this time?
You know why.
No, I don't. I just did what you asked me to do.
I didn't ask you to put me in there.
Sure you did.
Shut up, Droid.
Shut up, Droid. Rich on my backside, go down.
Rich on my backside. Because the party had one bear.
What?
Two bears.
What?
Three bears.
4 beers.
What?
What?
4 beers.
What?
What?
6 beers.
What?
What?
7 beers.
What?
8 beers.
What?
9 beers.
What?
And a Bloody Mary.
What?
I'm going to.
And I'm just getting started.
I'm going to turn that into a bumper. I swear to God, I am. I'm going to
What?
turn it
What?
What?
into a bumper. It's going to be either I'm going to turn it into a bumper or it's going to be included in one. And also this week, I plan to start doing the video station IDs. Holy cow.
Good gravy, boss.
I know. I must admit, Napoleon, I had a little fun with that one.
I can tell.
Got me some sausage. What?
What?
3 bears. What? Some corn on the cob. What?
What?
Rack of ribs. What?
It was either Napoleon. It was either this one.
Ball goes Benton, Caleb Williams.
But since Jen's not here,
Ball goes Benton, Caleb Williams. Jeez, crow.
And based off the fact that Mr. Locke is not here, I'm assuming he's in office all week.
he is. He is. He's in the office all week.
Which means, unfortunately, this week goes without the random musings of.
That's what you think.
What?
That's what you think.
What?
What?
That's what you think.
What?
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I even got a bumper planned for her. And I should be able to drop that this week. Yes, I'm even getting my wife in on the fun. Oh,
You do not have, but I'll definitely say you don't have enough clips of me to do anything with me.
That's what you think.
Oh, that's
And
not what I
see,
think.
the
That's
evil
what I
laugh,
know,
that's what you
sir,
think.
because while Shane's on Alarm Island, I'm on Coney Island.
Joy, I found 2 good clips of you. And
What,
that's
Fry, Eagles, Fry?
That's all I need. He said, Damien says, damn, no Fry, Eagles, Fry this week. Once again, that's what you think.
Boom, 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 boom. Fry, Eagles, Fry. On a pan right next to me.
Wait.
Eagles, Fry.
Hold on.
You are not contacting Deb Witkiss for that, are you?
No, he's getting the song ready.
I'm getting the lyrics.
He's getting our instrumental and he's getting our lyrics.
I'm telling you, if Deb ever hears this, she's gonna.
She'll hear it during picks. She'll hear it. Okay.
If Deb hears, she's going to listen. I know the lovely Deb Witkiss, and she is going to hear this, and she will have couches for everybody. She'll have 3 couches for me because I came up with the second verse of this stuff. And this, folks, this is all off of a blooper that happened. When Victor was so excited to talk about the Eagles, he said the wrong thing. Now it's become a thing. And it's hell. Here it comes. Fry, Eagles, fry in a pan right next to me. Fry, Eagles, fry till they're golden brown. 1, 2, 3. Temp on low, temp on high, and watch our Eagles fry. Fry, Eagles, fry in a pan right next to me.
Eagles. We also need to remember that the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Who let that drunk SOB up on stage? Who let that drunk SOB up on a stage anyway? Huh?
He wasn't drunk. He wasn't drunk. The man had a stroke years ago.
Oh,
and so unfortunately, a lot of his clubs are unfortunately the result of the brain.
Yeah, I take back what I said. Then I take back. Pizzle says, "Wow, hey, Victor started this. I kind of went with it."
Oh, since Pizzle's in the chat. Since Pizzle's in the chat, I got to do it.
That song is going to be the death of me. I swear to you, that song is going to be the death of me. Because whenever I'm editing
my music.
Whenever I'm editing here in studio and I flip on Spotify, that's always, and I mean this, for the past 3 months, that's always been the first song that flips. That's always been the first song that comes up. Pineapple.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Yeah, it is, Spotify. Doggone pineapple.
Hey, while I'm here, hey, Spotify, as an artist myself, can you pay me, please?
No.
Can you pay me what I deserve to be paid?
No.
I'm asking Spotify that myself, and I'm going to get it done.
Hey, Pizzle.
The look on I can imagine the look on A Pizzle's face. Speaking
I'd have
of
the same look if my Miami Dolphins screwed up the draft as well.
Speaking of A Pizzle,
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control.
It's one for you, Pizzle.
Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
Now, speaking of fight songs, the Vikings have two of them. When good things happen, you hear this.
Skol Vikings, let's win this game. Skol Vikings, honor your name. Go get that first down, then get a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight, 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 fight. Go Vikings, run up the score. You'll hear us yell for more.
It was actually an alarm once upon a time. Damian Hernandez, sorry, Droid. Spotify said there's not enough milk in the coffee cup cabinet to pay you. Clark Goodlow with a good ear. Ain't that the Houston Oilers fight song? Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. But when things are not going right for the Vikings, you hear Paul Allen do this.
On the first day of Christmas, the Vikings gave to me another ass kicking. On the second day of Christmas, the Vikings gave to me 2 yards per carry and a giant size butt whooping. On the third day of Christmas, my Vikings gave to me 3 points versus the Giants, 2 yards per carry and a giant size butt whooping. On the fourth day of Christmas, my Vikings gave to me number 4 on the sidelines, 3 versus the Giants, 2 yards per carry, and another hurtful ass whooping.
Then there's this one.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my Vikings gave to me 5 bleeping wins. Number 4 was on the sidelines. We only had 3 versus the Giants and 2 yards per carry and another butt whooping.
It's courtesy of KFAN in Minnesota.
On the 6th day of Christmas, the Purple gave to me 6 injured starters, 5 bleeping wins. Number 4 on the sidelines, 3 versus the Giants, 2 yards per carry, and yes, you all saw it or heard it, another ass whooping. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true loves gave to me the 7th pick in the draft, 6 injured starters, 5 bleeping wins. Number 4 was on the sidelines. We had 3 versus the Giants, only 2 yards per carry, and an absolute butt whooping. On the 8th day of Christmas, the Vikings gave to me 8 ugly losses, 7th pick in the draft, 6 injured starters, 5 bleeping wins. Number 4 on the sidelines, 3 versus the Giants on 2 yards per carry, and a giant-sized butt whooping. On the 9th day of Christmas, the Vikings gave to me 9 months without football, 8 ugly losses, 7th pick in the draft, 6 injured starters, and 5 bleeping wins.
Hold on. Victor Hedman.
Breaking news.
Yeah, we do. Victor Hedman releases a statement on social media. He took time away from the Lightning this season to focus on his mental health. Hey, dig it. Hey, dig it.
What is the one thing I say is the most important thing in sports?
What'd you say, Droid?
There's one thing I always say is the most important thing in all of sports.
And that is your mental health.
Mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And Rondell Moore was the main reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Rondell Moore. You are missed.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Rondell Moore. A story I love talking about. Eric Nadeau, the longtime radio voice of the Texas Rangers, took time away from baseball during their championship run. to focus on his mental health. And when he came back, he sounded better than ever. And of course, he delivered the line, Rangers fans, you are not dreaming. Now to one of the best fight songs that I've ever heard.
Oh no, bane of my existence.
You know, sometimes when you break out these songs, I feel like I'm doing a show dance like a clown.
San Diego, Superchargers, San Diego, Chargers,
Get back here, Napoleon.
No.
Man, get back here.
Orale, Pizzle, orale.
Which is where they still should be. F you, Spanos. Agreed. Okay, Napoleon, you can come back now. I turned it off.
All right, thank you.
Clark Goodlow says, no doubt about it, mental health is essential. It certainly is. It's something
The
I talk
Oakland
about.
A's are top of the West. Who cares?
Well, that's how we open the show.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who
Napoleon
cares?
does. Napoleon does.
Who cares?
Napoleon does. That's his team.
They ought to
I certainly don't care.
They ought to blasphemy.
Wait. I got to do this one. Napoleon, excuse me, not Napoleon. Droid doesn't care about the Oakland A's.
That's a lie.
I don't. You know why? Because here's the thing. The Oakland Athletics are the most irrelevant franchise in the MLB.
No.
They ought to blasphemy.
Thank you. I say the utter blasphemy to that. They're not the most irrelevant franchise in Major League Baseball. That title
Have they ever
belongs to
won a
them.
World Series?
Yes, they have.
When was the last time they won it?
1989.
Hey, that you should stop right there. 19. There's your problem.
All right, you smart Alec. I'll give you a few other irrelevant franchises that are worse than the A's. And the first one that comes to mind is the New York Mets.
And when was the last time they won a championship?
1986.
Exactly. 19. There you go.
Droid's trying to choose violence. And all I got to say to that is...
Well, the Rockies had never been to a World Series, correct?
Say again?
The Rockies had never been to a World Series, correct?
Incorrect.
2007.
When was the last time they were in a World Series?
2007.
2007, and who they lose to?
The Boston Red Sox.
You lost to who?
The Boston Red Sox. They swept them.
The Red Sox.
The Red Sox.
The Red Sox?
Yeah, them. Oh, excuse me.
How do you lose?
Wait. Just a moment, Droid. Before you complete that question, I can tell you the most irrelevant franchise in Major League Baseball right now. They are the Cleveland Indians, aka the Cleveland Guardians.
Who haven't won a championship since
1948.
19. There you go.
But the A's are
He
relevant.
really is trying to choose violence today, just because 19.
It don't work because right now
if the year starts with 19, you haven't been relevant in 20 years.
Well, Droid's trying to choose violence, and it ain't going to work because all I got to say to that is the A's are on top in the West Division.
Not for long.
Who's going to overtake him?
It's not going to be the Mariners, I'll tell you that.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
I'll tell you who's going to take it. It's going to be the Rangers. Because the Angels can't do it. They're the worst team in baseball next to the New York mess.
New York mess. Leave that alone. That's for the Brooklyn mess. Leave that alone.
They share it. They share. They hold hands and they share it.
And they're both in New York. They're both in New York. The New York mess and the Brooklyn mess. Which one's the Shadow Realm, though?
The Shadow Realm.
Oh, do they share
belongs
that?
to The Brooklyn mess.
The Brooklyn mess.
Listen, I was talking to a friend about the Cleveland Browns of every sport, and I said the New York Mets, and they're like, the Mets? You sure not the Rockies? The Mets.
And they're the Cleveland Browns.
What about the NBA?
They're the Cleveland Browns.
The Brooklyn Nets. Oh, sorry, the Brooklyn Mets.
The Brooklyn Mets. Absolutely. You got a couple
We're
of
the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
And we're the Brooklyn Nets.
Love you. I feel better now.
I don't think any teams in the same borough as the Brooklyn mess.
You know what? Okay, my heart's jumping up and down. I just got a kiss from my wife. Anyway.
Should we go to break for a little bit?
We better.
All right. This is Snowman in the morning. We will be back after this short message.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
Seven after the hour, 27 after the hour, and I think I'm okay now. Although I'm still kind of beat red because I got a kiss from my wife. Yeah. I gotta tell y'all, it happens. It happens every time. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm not ashamed to admit it at all. People ask me all the time, why are you smiling so much? Oh, no, that reason, her name's Jody. And the jealousy that I get from a lot of people. All right, back to business. We got a tribute to do a little bit later. We still got to tease Droid because the A's are relevant one more time because they're on top in the West.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say. The A's are not a relevant franchise.
Yes, they are.
Explain how they're relevant. Because being on top of the West is not a
they're
good
on top of the West.
when
that's how.
When nobody
Simply
in the
put.
West is good.
Because what?
Nobody in the West is good.
Oh, the Rangers are not going to take the West.
Being on top of the West is like being happy you're part of this. You're on top of the Pacific Division in the NHL this year. Everybody else is dog.
No,
you're just less dog.
No, that would be the Central Division.
That was
would
not
be
the
the
Central
American League
Division.
Central
Look at the
Division.
points. Look at the points, sir.
I
The
did.
Pacific
and I
Division had
stand by
less
my-
points than every other division combined.
I don't mean the Central Division in hockey, you fool. I did not mean the.
Well, you gotta
Central
remember
Division.
when you're saying that with the context given, you know what that sounds like.
Yeah. True.
So what sport are we talking about?
Very true. What I'm trying to find is John Sterling's best calls, and I believe I found them. Some of these will feature the great Michael Kay, who is Sterling's partner for a very long time. Susan Waldman, of course, was his part. You know what? I found it. I found the one that I wanted. All right. We're going to see in tribute to one John Sterling, we are going to see his icon. We're going to see a lot of his iconic home run calls for the New York Yankees. And for those of you who don't know, John Sterling passed away yesterday at the age of 87. He wanted to be the voice of the Yankees since he was 6 years old. And in 1989, he finally got his chance, and he did not waste it. 36 years as the voice of the New York Yankees. And even if you're not a Yankee fan, you will indeed recognize some of his calls. And now, courtesy of the New York Yankees, courtesy of Major League Baseball, MLB Digital Media, and all the teams involved. And McCarthy, you're right. Michael Kay paid tribute last night on Judge's home run in the first with his iconic, "It is high, it is far, it is gone." And he also used a couple of nicknames, the Judgian Blast. And he also said, here comes the Judge. So again, here are a few of, before I play it, I have used John Sterling's home run call a lot in the past 10 years because it's the one that fits. For me, that one and "It's a Goner" from John Rooney are the two that fit, you know? And I mean, I said, I may not be a Yankee fan, but I was heavily influenced by one John Sterling. And remember, this is a guy who did television for the Atlanta Hawks and the Atlanta Braves for the longest time. Anybody remember the Rick Camp game? July 4th, 1985? May have that call before we get out of here. But here we go. The best calls of the New York Yankees from the legendary John Sterling.
1-0 Seattle, bottom of the 8th. 1 out, no one on. Here's Bernie. It'll be a 3-2. Swung on and hit high in the air to deep right. That ball is high. It's far. It is high.
Are you serious?
Field seats. Burn, baby, burn. And the Yankees tie the ball game at 1. We're tied at 1, and this place is going nuts. One of the most thrilling games you'll ever see. So 2 away. The Yankees down to their last out. And here's Tino. 1 on, 2 out. Pitch is swung on and drilled The deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. The Bamtino with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. He throws a game-tying 2-run home run. Oh, the Bamtino
I think this was Fox
and the Yankees
for that clip.
of defeat. Tie the game at 3. One of the most dramatic
It was
home
a World
runs
2001
in the
World
history
Series.
of the
Yes, so that
greatest
clip is courtesy
franchise
of Fox.
in professional sports. Posada is the base runner, so Brocious,
Again,
of course, the tying run.
courtesy of
with
this
2
clip,
outs
courtesy
in
of
the
Fox.
bottom of the ninth.
Fox
Now Kim, 1-0. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. I don't believe it. Once again, deja vu. A 2-out, game-tying 2-run home run by Scott Brocious. Probably the most unbelievable feat in World Series history. Scott Brocious ties the game with a 2-run home run. What was it Al Michaels said? Do you believe in miracles? 56,000 Yankee fans here say, yes, we do. 3-0 to Matsui. The pitch swung on, hit in the air to deep center. Pierre back, away back in deep center. It is gone.
World Series 2003. Fox with courtesy.
A thriller by Godzilla. Hideki Matsui, the Sayonara Kid, just lost one over the center field fence. A 3-run home run. And the Yankees take a 3-0 lead. Giambi is 4
This one I just played.
Against
Courtesy of Yes
The
Network.
Yankees are a base hit from getting very close to tying this game. A little old single. The on and hit in the air to deep right. It's high. It's far. It is gone. It's a grand slam. Jason Giambi hits the bottom of the 14th. 1 out. Walk off. Grand slam, and one of the best games you'll ever see. The Yankees rise from the dead in the bottom of the 14th and win the game 13-12. The Giambino, his proudest moment as a Yankee. They mob him at home plate in one of the wildest finishes you'll ever see. Ball game over. Yankees win. Ah! Yankees win. And here is Grandison with second and third, no one out. And the pitch swung on. There it goes to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It hit the foul pole. Curtis Grandison has hit a 3-run home run to go with his 2-run home run. The Grandy man can. Oh, the Grandy man can. He hits a 3-run home run off the foul pole. And the Yankees take an 8-4 lead. Melky is switching to batting left. Swings, drills to deep right. That ball is high. Not as far. And it's gone. Oh, the Milkman delivers. He hits a bottom of the 14th. 1 out, 2-run, walk-off home run. That's the Melky way. Melky Cabrera ends the ball game with a 2-run bottom of the 14th home run. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. Well, here's Cano, bases loaded, 2 out.
Robbie Cano,
4-1 Yankees, bottom of the 6th pitch. Swung on, there it goes. Deep right field, it is high. It is far. It is gone. It's a grand slam. Robbie Cano has done it again. I think it's his 4th grand slam of the year. Robbie Cano, don't you know? He grand slams into the second deck in right. The Yankees have blown it open. They have an 8-1 lead. That's a grand slam for Cano. And the Yankees have an 8-1 lead with 6-6. Breaking ball, hit in the air to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Oh, Mark Teixeira sends a text message into the right field seats. You're on the mark, Teixeira. And Teixeira and Damon go back to back in a belly to belly. And the Yankees take an 8th inning 3-2 lead. Back-to-back home runs lift the Yankees from a 2-1 deficit to a 3-2 lead. Curtain call for Teixeira. As dramatic as anything you'll see. The pitch is hit in the air to deep center. Sizemore going back, away back, on the track, at the wall. It's gone!
That's right. McCarthy back to back and belly to belly.
A home run over the center field wall to tie the game, and the fans are on their feet at Yankee Stadium. Home run, Posada. And one of the old guard.
Jorge Posada gets his name in the record books.
Now here's Ruben Sierra, the 2-1. Swung on and hit high in the air to right. It is high. It is far. It is gone.
1995 for the strip.
A long home run for Sierra. And the ball game is tied at 2. Mattingly swings and he hits a drive to deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Back to back. In a belly to belly. Don Mattingly homers in the right center field area.
Good old Donnie baseball.
The 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air. The deep left center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Joe Hardy lives. He's left the stage of damn Yankees to join the Yankee Ball Club. Shane Spencer, the home run dispenser, has hit another home run to deep left center. And the
Shane Spencer, the home run dispenser.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Alfonso Soriano, having the greatest rookie year you can imagine, has homered deep in the left field seat, has given the Yankees a 2-1 lead, and the Yankees are 6 outs away from winning their 4th straight World Championship. It happened on an 0-2 pitch. Now Melky leads off second with 2 out. And the pitch swung on and hit in the air to right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. That could do it. Johnny Damon drills over the board to the Blues. It's a Johnny Rocket. A 2-run blast for
Rocket.
Damon. And the Yankees take a 7-1 lead. And deals. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. In the second deck, Ichiro, the Yankees' rising sun, says sayonara in the second deck in right. And the Yankees now trail 5-4. And here's the 2-1. Swung on, hit in the air to right. Sierra back. He's on the track. He's at the wall. She's gone. It's a grand slam. Nick Swisher hit one high, far, and
Nick
deep
Swisher.
over the auxiliary scoreboard into the right center field grand slam.
I still remember when it was
Nick
him and Frank
third
Thomas fighting
is
for the lead
positively
in home runs for the
Swisher.
Yankees. That's 06 season.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, the Yanks are asking Ibanez to do it again. He had so
This is one of the
big
coolest.
clutch hits late for the Yanks. He's a left-hand hitter.
Let's see if TBS.
And here's the 1-0. Swung on and line to right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's done it again. Raul Ibanez. Raul, be seeing you in the right field seats. Raul, so cool. He drills a home run over the auxiliary scoreboard into the seats. And the Yankees, 2 outs away from a loss, have tied the game at 2. Raul Ibanez.
There will be more from
The
this
place
particular
is
game.
going nuts. Lefty to lefty. Mattis deals, swung on, and driven to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He's done it again. Raul Ibanez has put on one of the great playoff displays of hitting. He drills one in the right field seats to win the game. Raul, so cool. Ball
Got it
game
in the
over.
ninth.
Yankees win. The Yankees win. Never a doubt on either home run. He's phenomenal. He's truly phenomenal. 1-1 coming to Gardner. There goes the deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It's a walk-off. Brett Gardner has a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 11th. It's a Gardy party. He plants
Gardy
one
party.
in the right field seats. Gardy goes Yardy. And the Yankees win the ball game 6-5. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. Now here's the 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone to win the game. Starlin Castro hits a walk-off home run to deep left in the bottom of the ninth inning. Starlight, Starbright, Starlin just hit one with all his might. Starlin is darling, and the Yankees win the game 9-8. Santana is at the belt, the payoff. Swung on and drilled to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It ties the game. Didi Gregorius hits a 3-run home run in the right field seat.
You know this one, Ryan.
Yes, indeedy. Didi Gregorius makes Yankee fans euphorious. He hits a 3-run home run to tie the game at 3.
Lots.
I'm here.
On YouTube, the stream's suspended.
Thanks for catching that.
McCarthy caught it first. I saw it in the chat, and I was like, wait, I got to double check
Yeah,
this.
thank you, McCarthy.
So yeah, stream is officially dead on YouTube. Suspended for policy violations because frick you, Major League Baseball.
I guess I'm just gonna have to do audio from here on out then. We'll end it here.